Have you ever wondered if the police can lie to you? Watch this video now to learn how and when the police can lie to you. The short answer to this question is that yes, police can lie to you. However, the more important question is when and how they can do this. If you make contact with law enforcement, whether it's a traffic stop or a consensual encounter, or if you're pulled over or potentially arrested, law enforcement can lie to you. However, when and if your Miranda rights come into effect is the more important question. Law enforcement only has to advise you of your Miranda rights, most importantly, the right to remain silent, the right to speak to an attorney, if you are both placed into custody or arrested, and if they're going to interrogate you. Many of our clients ask why police didn't read the Miranda rights if they made a statement that cannot be suppressed. Unfortunately, Miranda rights only apply if you're subject to questioning. So if you make a statement without being questioned while you're being arrested or while you're being taken into custody, that statement can be used against you if it was not answered to a question by law enforcement. Now, keep in mind that law enforcement is only required to provide you the Miranda rights if you've been arrested and if they're going to ask you questions. Exercise your rights, lawyer up, and shut up. If you were to ask a law enforcement officer in a social setting, they would almost always tell you that it's in your best interest to remain silent and exercise the right to speak to a lawyer. If you're being arrested for a DUI or some other offense, it's important to keep in mind that you have the right to exercise your opportunity to speak to an attorney before you answer any questions. Law enforcement would echo that this is in your best interest and that you should hold off answering their questions until you have the opportunity to speak to an attorney. Now, if you are the subject of an investigation, you're under arrest or potentially going to be placed under arrest, law enforcement is trained on how to solicit information from you without you knowing it. Law enforcement can and does lie to people on the side of the road and in investigations to try to get incriminating information from you. They don't have to tell you the information they know. They don't have to be honest about what witnesses have said what or what information they have. They can use these investigative techniques to get information from you. You should lawyer up and shut up. Many law enforcement officers do these techniques to try and get you to make statements that can later incriminate you. You will certainly have the opportunity to make a statement at a later time, whether it's to the law enforcement during the investigation or to prosecutors or your day in court when you're fighting your case with your criminal defense attorney. But it's always in your best interest to not say anything to law enforcement without an attorney presence. Cops are trying to lie to you, and they'll use these skills to investigate criminal allegations. The Fifth Amendment applies to all people, both innocent and guilty. And our founders over 200 years ago thought it was so important to not subject ourselves to wrongful confessions or make incriminating statements without cause that they added the Fifth Amendment to the Constitution to protect our rights, whether you're innocent or guilty. Lawyer up, shut up, exercise your right to the Fifth Amendment. I hope this video has been helpful to answer your questions about when the police can lie to you and what you should do about it. We encourage you to click the button subscribe for more useful information about your rights and the criminal justice system.